The snake's body grows rapidly after eating food, but from time to time, the snake bites off its own tail and sets it aside as an offering. Then, a giant hand descends from the sky to collect the snake's tail, and they have no choice but to repeat this process over and over again. If they can't present a tail that satisfies the giant hand, they will be punished by it. Another small snake appeared on the ground. After exchanging glances, the two snakes felt a mutual attraction and started a happy life together. Soon, they had 3 children. One day, the giant hand came again to collect offerings. Unexpectedly, Jack, in order to save his own tail, used one of his children as a substitute. By the time Emma realized this, it was already too late. Only then did Emma see Jack's ugly face, realizing that he had been using her from the beginning. For the safety of her 2 remaining children, Emma had to eat more apples every day. With her careful care, the 2 children successfully hatched. Emma taught them how to survive in this world. One day, the giant hand came again to collect offerings. The hand said there were 3 snakes, but only 1 tail was offered, which was unacceptable. Emma had no choice but to offer all her remaining tail. As a warning, the giant hand took away the fangs of the small snake. From that day on, Emma began to eat continuously, day and night, to ensure her children's safety. In the end, due to exhaustion, after eating another apple, Emma became motionless. After Emma passed away, her children took over her work. When the giant hand came to collect offerings, they hadn't eaten enough, and the tail they offered was too small. One of the small snakes had no choice but to sacrifice itself. As time passed, the small snake grew larger. One day, the snake came across a massive snake skeleton by a cliff, where the elder snake shouted, "This is the truth. Originally, when snakes ate the fruit, they were free. There was no giant hand demanding their tails, but as they grew larger, the hand became wary of the snake's power, fearing that the giant pythons might replace it. So, it started to collect their tails to control their size and pulled out their fangs. After finishing, the elder instructed others to make new fangs and distributed them to all the snakes present. Inspired by the elder, the snake's confidence grew, and they decided to plan to eliminate the giant hand. As usual, they offered tails to the giant hand. When the hand came to collect the tails, the group of snakes leaped up to bite it. However, without venom, they couldn't hurt the hand at all. Furious, the giant hand crushed all the snakes, except the small one that didn't resist, which was spared. The souls of the fallen snakes appeared around the small snake. The souls of the snakes began to gather into the small snake's fangs, turning into venom, with venom in its fangs. The small snake bit the giant hand when it came again to collect tails. The small snake successfully freed the snake species from the giant hand. They no longer needed to offer tails and could live happily together.